Right.
Just gonna leave
Good
behind.
afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for December 6th, 2019. Qs up 1%,
I'm
SPY
just gonna leave
up
mine
just
at
shy of 1%.
141,
We talked about how yesterday,
and then
if we
just
got over today's high, back to bullish, we in fact
let it
gapped,
trail if it
and that
trails, and
bullishness continued. We did have a very short period of time there where we were looking for some bearish follow through on the Qs. SPY never quite triggered that bearish bias, but the Qs did, and it was in fact very,
yeah,
very short lived.
look at the
Okay,
level too.
and I don't think it's all that surprising given the fact that the weekly, the monthly, had been staying very, very bullish. Okay, and we talked about that. Even as we switched to a
Yeah,
short term bearish
Domo.
bias, long term remained strong. Okay, so not that surprising that the bearish bias in the short term, looking like we may get a lower high here, was not able to get any follow through, and back up we went. So bullish market resumes. Okay, we talked about when we got this red bar, it was important to take notice, but I did not
Yeah,
think
when a
that
stock
we were gonna mirror the sell-off that we got at the
comes
end of
all the
last
way
year.
down like this,
Okay, but we were gonna watch and wait and see,
it's kind of
and
tough to
so
predict, in my
far, we're
opinion.
finding out that
I
those
think.
differences are significant enough. The weekly and the monthly remaining very, very strong.
Maybe this
Okay,
topping
all right. So
tailgate
going into Monday, I think should be pretty clear. Back to bullish, all out
is a
bullish.
good
Time
target
frame
one, maybe.
alignment all says higher. Okay. All right. So let's get into today's plays. First
There's not a
loss of the
lot of
week here on
volatility.
the CLDR. Okay, like this gap a lot. We eventually set up a base right here. Okay, based 20 MA caught up, and we got that breakout. Was looking for continuation on this pro gap here. I like what the weekly was doing as well, continuing that transition out of the downtrend. All right, and so I like this gap a lot. Uh, was kind of tied with the docu as far as which one I wanted to go after this morning. Liked this setup, played it, and didn't work. All right, so you just get out of it when it took out the bottom of the base. We had a stop here at 95, and then after that, never really set up again. Didn't do anything with it. Just that was it. Okay, so yeah, once it told me
All right,
uptrend is
so
over, we're stalling out here, right? We didn't watch it anymore. I mean, I guess you could have. I think some people played it down here, but that's not really my play, not for me. This is my play. Pro gap, base, breakout, looking for new highs. We had a little bit in the money there, just about
oh,
half an hour, but I was looking for much more than that. I was looking for 11:30 as a first
rally.
target. We didn't get there, so as a result, that was our first loss of the week. But a lot of people played the easy PW with Sammy. Sammy had a call on this easy PW this morning on this breakout. I think for some people that was the biggest play of the week on the easy PW. So it was very, very nice on the easy PW. Good call from Sammy. We had a call from James here on the breakdown on the ZM. He was on the mic as this was triggering, letting you know what he was doing and how he was going to manage it. So even though kind of couldn't get anything going for us on the CLDR, really nice calls from there on the easy PW from Sammy, and trading the ZM live for you from James. So,
All
really nice
right.
job by the
Any
other moderators.
questions?
As kind of that CLDR first loss of the week, first
Yes.
official play that was a loser there for me. And then I just wanted to go over this BLL with you. The only thing I gave after lunch as an idea to be played, wasn't sure about the follow through, but it sure showed up. Base breakdown here. Okay, so this base breakdown right in here. So you can see a lot of similarities in what we're looking for here. Nice tight bars,
CE looks
following
like
through
it's
lower.
trying to pull
BLL
up again.
even had some attempts to break out that got rejected. Okay, so very nice downtrend. We're playing in the direction of the 20 MA right, entry as it breaks the base. Okay, so kind of clear entry points, clear places to put the stop, right? All stuff that is taught in the turnaround trader formula, right? The easy PW, high of the day base breakout in the morning, and then even that ZM base breakdown, right? And the reason these are being played as base breakouts or breakdowns is based on our analysis of the daily and of the gaps, right? So it also tells you, all right, should I be looking to play breakouts or breakdowns on this, right? So first you use the gap, gives you the direction, and then the base tells you at what time, when to get in, as well as where to put the stop, all right? So that if it doesn't work, you're out and you just move on to the next thing, right? So I think, I don't have a problem with this CLDR. I like the play. I like the setup. Doesn't work, we're out of it. Move on. That's fine. Okay, so, but overall, I thought it was a pretty nice week. And thought we had a good amount of stuff. It may slow down even more as we get closer to the end of the year. But we do what we can. We find, and if it's not there, then it's not there. If the play shows up, then we take the play, right? So, as long as you know what you're looking for, and you don't settle on quality if the market starts to kind of quiet down. We're already noticing, especially today on a Friday afternoon, after a holiday weekend, things are pretty quiet. Look at the size of these bars, tiny, tiny bars, not a lot moving, right? That if the play's not good enough, then just pass. Okay. All right. So that's gonna do it for today's market wrap. Going into next week, back to bullish. We'll see if we get something different. News could always strike to change things, but from what we see on the charts, just back to bullish. Okay. Hope everyone has a nice weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday. Have a good day, everyone.